Hello everyone. Our lesson today is algebraic fractional function. Lesson 2 in Unit 2. From its name, fractional. So we have a fraction. For example, f of x equals x minus 2 over x plus 3. We want to get the domain. We studied before, any function, its domain is R. Okay. So here we have a problem because we have here a denominator and must the denominator not equal to 0. So first we want to get the value which makes the denominator equals 0. So we get, as we studied in lesson 1, the set of zeros. First, to get the domain, get the set of zeros of the denominator. Okay, how to solve it? By put x plus 3 equals 0. So here x plus 3 equals 0. Move 3 in the other side, x equals negative 3. So the value which make the denominator equals 0 is negative 3. So our domain here equals R except negative 3. Why? Because when we substitution by negative 3, the function has no meaning. 1 over any function, any values over 0. So the function here is undefined. Okay, let's take some examples. Determine the domain of the following. Number 1, n of x equals x plus 1 over x power 2 minus 4. As we said, the domain equals domain any function equals R minus set of zeros of this function. Okay, so our rule is the domain minus set of zeros of this function. How to get the set of zeros? By put the denominator equals 0. So here our denominator is x power 2 minus 4. Put x power 2 minus 4 equals 0. Move 4 in the other side, x power 2 equals 4. So what's the opposite operation of power 2? Square root. Here power even, so don't forget positive or negative square root of 4. X equals positive or negative 2. We want to get the domain. So the domain equals R except 2 and the negative 2. Another example. X power 2 plus 1 over x power 2 minus x. Also, we want to get the domain. The domain equals R minus or R except the set of zeros of the denominator. So put the denominator equals 0. How to solve it? By take, as we studied in lesson 1, take a common factor x. Here we remember x power 2 minus x, it will be x. Minus x divided x, it will be 1. Equals 0. So x equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. Here x will be 1. So our domain here equals R minus 0 and 1. Another example. N of x equals x minus 6 over 3x power 3. So put 3x power 3 equals 0. Move 3 in the other by divided. So x power 3 equals 0 divided 3. 0 over any number equals 0. Take the cubic root. So the result will be 0. So our domain here is R minus 0. Another example. X power 2 minus 4 over x power 2 plus 4. As we said, the denominator equals 0. So x power 2 equals negative 4. Take positive or negative square root, negative 4. Here, negative square root, negative 4 not belongs to R. So there are no zeros of the denominator. So the denominator here will be all real numbers. Okay? Because the set of zeros here will be 5. Another one. X minus 1 equals 5. Here we have constant function. As we said, in lesson 1, constant function, it means there are no zeros for the denominator, so its domain also will be all the real numbers. Another one, n of x equals x minus 3 over x power 2 minus 8x plus 15. Okay, take the denominator equals 0. X power 2 minus 8x plus 15 equals 0. Here, by using factorization, open two brackets. We searched for two numbers, their product is 15 and their sum is 8, which is 3 and 5. Okay, here positive, so the two like middle will be negative. Either x minus 5 equals 0 or x minus 3 equals 0. So x here will be 5 or x equals 3. So the domain here will be r minus 3 and 5. Okay. In our example, how to get the set of zeros? We get the domain. Okay. How to get the set of zeros of any fractional function? Here, first, set of zeros here. If we talk about set of zeros, take the numerator. Here, if we talk about set of zeros, we took the numerator. Okay? So here, x plus 1 equals 0. So x equals negative 1. So set of zeros here is negative 1. Okay? Another example here. X power 2 plus 1 equals 0. Here, set of zeros equals 5. Here, x minus 6 equals 0. So put x minus 6 equals 0. So x here equals 6. So set of f here equals 6. Another one. Here, x power 2 minus 4. Here, x power 2 minus 4 equals 0, which is x power 2 4. It means x power 2 positive or negative 4, which is positive or negative 2. So set of zeros here will be 2 and negative 2. Another one. Here, x minus 1, 0. So x minus 1 equals 0. X equals 1. So set of zeros here equals 1. Here, x minus 3 equals 0. X minus 3 equals 0. It means x equals 3. So set of zeros here equals set of 3. What about here? Here, set of zeros 3. And the domain r minus 3. So here, set of zeros is 5. Why? Because here r, the domain r minus 3 or 5. So 3 and 5, it's not a number in this function. Okay? So the set of zeros here will be 5. So if we get the domain first, any fractional function, first get the domain. Okay? And get, if we want to get the set of zeros, here, if we find the number of set of zeros here, so the set of zeros will be 5. As this example, here we found x equals 0. Set of zeros not equal 3. Why? Because here it's 3 or 5. It means in a black list. Okay? So we don't find 3 and 5. Okay? In general, to get the domain and to get set of zeros. As we said, to get the domain, put denominator equals 0. To get set of zeros, put the numerator equals 0. And don't forget, in the previous example, here the set of zeros will be 5 because 3 and 5 are in black list. Okay? Another title, find the common domain. What's the meaning of common domain? Here we have two functions and we want to get the common domain. First, as we said, function, get the domain. So we want to get first the domain of the first function and the domain of the second function. Okay, here we have the first function, which is n of x equals x plus 3 over, as we said, the domain, so put the denominator equals 0. Okay, how to put the denominator equals 0? By factorization. So here x plus 3 and x minus 3. Okay, so the first denominator equals r minus, here it will be negative 3, and negative 3 it will be 3. Okay, it's easy بقى. Okay, n2 of x equals x power 2 plus 5 over, by factorization. Here factorization, open two brackets, x and x. Search it for two numbers, their product is 6 and their sum is negative 5, so it will be 3 and 2. Here positive, so it will be negative and negative. Okay, so d2 equals r minus, here 3, opposite sign, huh? 3 and 2. So we get d1 and d2. We want to get the common domain. What's the meaning of the common domain? The common domain is the intersection between the first domain and the second domain. How? By r minus, open braces, here negative 3, 3. In the second domain 3, but we know in the set don't repeat, so we don't repeat 3, we take 2. Okay, يبقى the common domain r minus all the numbers, and don't forget, don't repeat. Okay, another example, here we have three functions. n1 of x equals x plus 1 over x minus 3. So d1 here will be r minus 3. Okay, n2 equals x over, here factorize, difference between two squares, so x and x, 5, 5, positive, negative. Okay, so d2 will be r minus 5 and negative 5. n3 equal x minus 1 over, here we have a common factor, x, open bracket, x power 2 over x will be x, minus 3x over x will be 3. So x equal 3 and x minus 3 equal, sorry, x equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. So here we have two values. So d3 equals r minus 0 and 3. Okay, the common domain between the three function equals r minus, open braces, here 3, 5, negative 5, 0. Here 3, we write it before, don't repeat. Okay, the last example. If the domain of n of x, x minus 1 over x power 2 minus ax plus 9 is r minus 3. Here we have the domain and we want to get the value of a. We want to get the unknown. Okay, what's the meaning of the domain of the function n is r minus 3? It means here when we substitution by x equals 3, we have the denominator equals 0, which is the denominator here, x power 2 minus ax plus 9. So here, since the domain of n equals r minus 3, so when we substitution by x equals 3, when x equals 3, we get here substitution in the denominator. Okay, so here substitution in x power 2 minus ax plus 9 equals 0. So here we have 3x power 2, which is 9, minus a times 3, 3a plus 9 equals 0. Here 9 and 9, 18 minus 3a equals 0. Move negative 3a in the other, it will be positive. So 18 equals 3a. Write it again. 3a equals 18 divided by 3. So a equals 18 divided 3. So a equals 6. So the value of a here will be 6. So our lesson today, we know how to get the domain. To get the domain, put the denominator equals 0. To get the set of zeros, put the numerator equals 0. And we studied how to get the common domain. What's the meaning of common domain? D1 intersection D2. Or when we have three functions, D1 intersection D2 intersection D3. Okay, thank you.